This is GGU.
Greater.inc, everybody. Well, you know you're greater than yesterday, but you'll be even greater tomorrow. I got a special exclusive. I mean, these two dudes are on fire right now. They got a brand called God Got Us. I got Quan right here, and I got Joey. Gentlemen, how y'all doing today?
Yeah, I'm feeling real blessed right now, dog. It's a beautiful day here in the city. Happy J5. You know what I'm saying? We're just celebrating right now.
Yes, most definitely. What about you?
Definitely, man. I'm straight. Happy Founders Day to you guys, man. Welcome to Charlotte.
Appreciate you. All right, before we get into God Got Us, tell us a little bit about your background. Before Alpha Phi Alpha, before all that, before college, what were y'all doing? Where y'all
got you. So I'm born and raised in this small town in Virginia called Caroline County. Okay, near the theme park Kings Dominion. Born and raised in the church, you know what I'm saying? That's what the foundation of GGU is. I'm sure like Casper will talk about that later on, but yeah, Virginia, born and raised, went to A&T for undergrad, and had the time of my life, you know what I mean? Got the chance to pledge Alpha Phi Alpha there. Definitely enjoyed my time at A&T. After A&T, I stayed there for 1 to 2 years, transitioned to Charlotte. February makes 2 years here in the city. Okay. And I love Charlotte, man. Charlotte feels like A&T 2.0.
Wow.
And this is about to be like my sophomore year.
Okay.
So let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, man, so I was born in Waterbury, Connecticut. Been in Charlotte for about 19, 20 years, so this is home to me.
Wow.
Went to high school here in Charlotte, middle school here in Charlotte. Really got to see the culture really shift. I did the support my junior year of college at Catawba College. In that time span, 5 to 10 years, Charlotte had doubled in size. You hardly meet somebody from Charlotte in Charlotte. So it's amazing to see, like, you know, creators really come here, and I feel like I am from here. I feel like this is home.
So. Most definitely. Well, let's talk about entrepreneurship first. A lot of people are afraid to make that jump. A lot of people have dreams, are creators, have ideas, but they don't want to do that. What made you all want to come together and collaborate on something entrepreneurship-wise?
Gotcha. So for me, this was always like a choice of mine. You know what I mean? Like back in even high school, right? Humble brag, Mans was a student of the month in like my senior year in high school, right? And my bio is Quan Stevens wants to go to Howard University, study business, and be an entrepreneur. You know, this was back senior year of high school.
Yeah.
I used to flip sneakers early on back in high school. Sell lollipops and back really grade school, you know what I'm saying? So that spirit's always been within me, you know what I mean? So for a second, Mans was doing his thing solo, and then I met Joey back in March of 2018.
Okay.
And I started the actual online store in December 1st of 2017. Met Joey March. Officially jumped in the lab together in July. You know, bro came to my first pop-up shop. I met him through a mutual fraternity brother that we have. All love, mad genuine from the jump. And here we are. You feel me? So
entrepreneurial, that lifestyle is really a sacrifice, you know. So you sacrificing everything else, your energy, your time, your mindset, but it's got to be something that you really feel. There's a lot of people that are trying to do things, but it's really about that longevity and having a message behind everything. So how we met back in March, the thing that you really want to do is when you identify yourself, you have to identify yourself, feel like you relate to it, and that you can really contribute to something. So, you know, like he said, I met him in March. It's a lot of people trying to get brands and stuff off the ground, but we have a similar mindset. So we dead ass sat back, studied each other for a couple months. And all right, so he the real deal. You know, we in this for the right thing. And when energies collide, you can sense when something's gonna work and when it's not. So I really trust my instincts. So the entrepreneurial lifestyle really he shared with me. You know, he founded this brand. It was his dream, and now we share that dream.
That's what's up. A lot of people start brands, like you said. A lot of people have the ideas, but a lot of people don't really stick with the message. And you all's brand stands for God Got Us. And looking at you all's website, learning how it all started, how one of your friends' mom used to always send.
My mom.
That was your mom.
Yeah, my mom.
Okay, your mom would always send.
She still does, yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's having that foundation, as you said, but to build that brand, and to build with God in it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. Talk about that relationship with God.
Man, for me, like I'm just sharing like a feeling that's within with the world. You know what I mean? Like I was raised in a household that was split, like half Christian, half Islam. You know what I mean? So I was taught spirituality very early. And for me, like our brand is about kicking down those doors of religion that kind of separate people. It's about inclusivity. You know what I mean? And it's about like building those people like around us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like God for me is like is salvation. You know what I mean? And it's just something to like keep you going no matter what. Like I hope when people see the logo or like see just like the words God got us, it uplifts them. You know what I mean? It strikes them in certain ways. But like, yo, I'm gonna be straight. You know what I mean? It's gonna work itself out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of different situations and tribulations people go through. But if you have that mindset and that reminder, you know, at the end of the day, all of this, like, God got us.
Yeah.
So one of the stories he shared with me is back when he was in D.C., you know, they got robbed, gunpoint, man. Man's had a gash above his eye and everything. And the one
Still
message,
got the scar.
the one message that resonated in his soul was when his mom said, no matter what, God got you. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. It is. You know, people go through things all the time, but at the end, God got us.
You know, that makes me think about no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You know what I'm saying? To think that the enemy had a plan for evil, but God will turn it around for your good. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're putting out in the world impacts so many people in a positive way that even if something negative comes to you, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't really affect you like that. So what do you see God got us as going forward? Where do you really want it to go?
Got you, man. So we definitely got it mapped out, man. So like 3 years. So like apparel for us is just the entry point. You know what I mean? 3-year plan is to be like an all-inclusive like agency where people can come to us for creative projects, events, artist management, like all types of like displays around the city. You know what I mean? Like for me, like 3-year plan, like GGU is like our own version of like OVO or ASAP Mob. You know what I'm saying? But just like right here, bred and like being built from North Carolina. You know what I mean? 5-year plan, want to like definitely like have more events like not just here in America, but like worldwide. You know what I mean? So definitely tapping into like London, Japan, Milan, Paris. And then like 10-year plan, want to jump into the like finance world. You know what I mean? I would love to be like the first black hedge fund. You know what I mean? Or like the first black like venture capitalist for it. You know what I mean? So just taking our time with it, bro. But like clothes is just the entry point for us. Like Angel.
So talking about clothes, I mean, it's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you off camera, I was at Winston-Salem State's homecoming and I saw a lot of people with it. Me and some of my line brothers was at Celebration Bowl and all y'all was rocking it. So I love that it's simplistic. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the message. But y'all got a fire, crazy drip hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen that, I was like, yo, this is revolutionary. Talk about the creative mindset that went into that. That joint was fire.
I love to, yo. So the drip hoodie was inspired by the art culture right here in Charlotte. You know? Like I'm an art enthusiast. You know what I mean? I go to the Mint Museum here all the time. Harvey B. Gantt Center. There's several joints right here in Uptown that I frequent. And we also throw like several events around the city over the past year, and they've always featured like local like painters, local artists that are also doing their thing. You know what I mean? First and foremost, shouts out to Kayla Renee. She's blowing up right now. She just dropped this crazy LeBron painting that's going crazy. You know what I mean? Gone Fishing, Conspiracy Era. They've all been doing their thing like on the art scene, like here in Charlotte, but also like statewide. You know what I mean? So the hoodie really is like an ode to like all the art museums here, the art culture, and the like painters that have been featured at certain events that we've had so far.
Okay, so talk about if there's a young person who wants to do entrepreneurship, let's say a young gentleman or a young lady who wants to make that leap but is kind of afraid. What is some of you all's advice for them? What would be some advice?
Joe, you go first, bro.
Yeah, so one of the things that we really like talk about a lot is perspective, right? So some people see they're afraid to fail, but when we fail, we've learned something. We that much better. You come back 2 times harder. So the young cats, like a lot of them are very influenced by young like music artists and things like that. My message to them is take everything in, pick apart like what applies to you. Don't be afraid to fail. Apply it. Like you see what you want, plan it out. You always got to learn from people that's older than you, people that's at your age range, and don't forget about the cats that's behind you. I was what was I in Houston? So this dude came up to me. He was like, "Yo, where's the richest place on the earth?" So I'm like, "Man, I don't know. We downtown Houston. I'm just trying to find my car."
Yeah.
Said Dubai. He was like, "No, that's not it." And I was like, "Okay, well, where is it?" He said, "The graveyard." I said, "It's kind of dark." He said, "Hear me out. There's a lot of things that don't get passed down to the next generation because it dies in the graveyard. So for this younger generation, be humble enough to learn from those before you and make it that much better."
That's beautiful. Be humble to listen. I like that.
Yeah. And like from my lens, I say just go for it, yo. It's always gonna be thoughts that make you want to just think about doing it or like hold back, you know what I mean? But at some point, you gotta just take that leap and jump off the porch.
Yeah.
And understand, once you take that leap, it's gonna work out for you. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like overnight. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is, but most times it's not. But just stay consistent, have like pure intentions, and learn as you go. And understand that if you fail fast, succeed faster. So like, if something happens, keep it going, no matter what. Keep it going. Once you start, don't stop. Just evolve.
Let's talk about that consistency part, because that right there, if you're not consistent with anything, it's never going to happen for you. If you're not committed to it. Talk about you all's commitment first to you all selves, being the best versions of you all selves, and then being committed to the brand.
Yeah, man. So for me, it's like I knew that once I took that leap, December 1st of 2017, there was no stopping. Like, and for a minute, I was just doing everything by myself, everything. So production, social media manager, shipping stuff, like everything, you know what I mean? Events, like I did my first pop-up shop legitimately from start to finish by myself, you know what I mean? And it's about just knowing that like having faith in myself, having faith in my message, and keeping like my why in mind. Like I just know that like I started, I'm not gonna finish. Yeah. And I can't wait to see where we're at, even just 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, holding each other accountable. It's like you saying, he was doing this alone, and I was like, man, I was shocked when he said that because he was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's nice to be able to have somebody that you can go to, you can work with, that's gonna hold you accountable. Be like, all right, look, you might be tired right now. I got this. Well, can you do this? Yeah, I can do that. It's, partnership. That's really what a consistency is, because the brand is one.
Yeah. So one thing I want to hit on before we leave is definitely you're in finance right now, your day job, and what are you doing right now?
So I'm doing like account maintenance for a corporate billing office for hospital stuff, various like.
So what I think of, a lot of people when they go to their 9 to 5 job, they come home like, oh, I'm tired. I ain't got time for my dream. I ain't got time for my goals. But right now it's a Saturday and y'all actually sitting down and working on y'all dream, working on y'all goal. Can you talk to the people about working on your dream after that 9 to 5 is over?
Yeah. So some parts I enjoy. Like I'm enjoying this moment right here. You know what I mean? But it's definitely like I said before, like 9 to 5 in corporate America, 7 p.m. 2 a.m. I'm an entrepreneur. It's not always easy. Of course, things always come up. But it's like, keep in mind that, okay, I know if I'm trying to reach this certain level in life, I got to do things that the normal person won't do. So I just lock in and, I do it. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then, it's just do it. Just do it and trust. Like fall in love with the process of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying the storyline right now that's happening. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's definitely when you have that passion, you're willing to work that much harder. There's gonna be some nights where, some of our partners they tell us, all right, it's cool to grind, but every now and then you gotta have that mental time. And so, getting off, I look forward to getting off the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to what's after because that's what I really want to do.
Yeah, like most evenings, like at least 2 or 3 evenings, like from Monday to Friday, we have meetings with different entrepreneurs or creators here in the city. It never fails. There's always a meeting, like every 2 or 3 evenings of the week. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what we look forward to for that's what's like setting us up for the next chapter in life. And like just like setting the culture here in Charlotte and also pushing it as well, because there's a lot of people that I view as like people that are like working just as much as us, you know what I mean? But they have like a clear vision of what they want Charlotte to be. So,
okay. Before we leave, how can people get in contact with y'all?
you can find me on Instagram at Quani Bravo. That's QUANNYBRAVO. The company page is God Got Us. That's GODGOTUS __.
And you can follow me on IG _Joe Huncho, JOHUNCHO. Company page God Got Us. Feel free to reach out. We're very humble. We like to create.
Alright.
Different people.
And love to collab on events and stuff too, man. Like apparel, not so much, not yet, but definitely on events and experiences overall. And we definitely down to like pull up to different cities as well. Definitely not just marginalized to right here in Charlotte. So tap in with us, man.
Alright, well, you heard it here first. This is Greater.inc, greater yesterday, but you'll be even greater tomorrow. This is Zach Montana. This is
GGU.
Yes, sir. God Got Us.
Peace out.
This is Bravo from GGU.
Joey from GGU.
We're greater than yesterday.
We'll be even greater tomorrow.
Let's go.